welcome to this preview video of the Spanish La Liga upcoming match day, the 16th of January, 17th, 18th, 2022. If you like my channel, leave a like. If you like to subscribe so you get instantly informed when a new video is being uploaded, subscribe to my channel, comment on it, and especially check out my tool. You will like it and you will profit from it as soon as you understand how to use it and how to compile the prices, how to do your settings if you don't want to do it yourself. Then you can get my evaluations as well, which you would see here and can download here as soon as you enter the tool, and you will have the standard scenario and one with the wet OPA evaluations Bewertung. Okay, then you build up your tree, and then you click on the view only this league. That's the way that I'm going to do it. Sadly, we have to select the season here first of all. After New Year, it changed a bit. I mean, the tool can't handle it at the moment. So you just have to select the season. And those are the results from the last match day, which I didn't compile a video for, or record one, and didn't upload it. I didn't upload a video. It was a bad one in Levante, whereby market was 230 in the end. Real Sociedad, this one I watched, and I went with Celta, who were no good and lost by a goal to nil. In Granada, Barcelona, there was no real indication. There was 165 for the kickoff. Those are prices live. Real Madrid is also not proper here with the maximum, but there was no indication on this one. In Rayo against Betis, the draws are usually good. We have a true price of 344, average is 345. We can check on it. We would have had 370 Sporting Bet, cash point 3.5. So you could have gone for the draw here. Sevilla Getafe was a close one. I think I went for the draw. Was a 1-0. It went lost, so no good. In Alaves against Atletico, this was a very good indication on the draw, which was also what I went for, also for the under, which was the best under in the world. And no goals, I mean. And Osasuna Cadiz was a poor one. I gave Cadiz another chance, who don't play so well, and they lost 2-0, but also the under was indicated, so this was still even on that one. In Villarreal Atletico, we had a draw. 2-2 is not a regular kind of draw, but still we would have been with a true price on the draw, close to market average and so on. And there was no indication on the sides, so no bet really on this one. And in Espanyol Elche, that was a very good one because there was an indication on the X2, which I went for, because true price on Espanyol is higher than average in market. So I was laying this price, which went well. So we are half happy, or well, the results had not been very excellent. I mean, we have to compile those prices, whereby this one I'm rather gonna skip. I think that maybe for the world team, is it still on? Why did they play already? No idea. But anyway, we're not recompiling this one, but we still, there's one in February. And still we compile them, so you select the games you want to compile, and then you compile them. Those compilation is run by the settings of the teams that you could see here. The settings, this is first of all an order of the teams. Cadiz are the worst now, Elche, Mallorca, and so on. And Real Madrid, Atletico, maybe do you still think Barcelona are better than Sevilla? If you don't, just pull them down or lower their average here. And I mean, those are of course based on results. largely, but updated with every result. So bad results makes them worse, a good result makes them better. So this is also keeping some track of the history, but still all the prices here are compiled on this basis. So if you change a setting there because you think simply as team are better, you saw them, you can also see here what space you have for changing settings, because if Real Betis, for example, are 7.13 points better than expected with the 34 they gained, or you can also say, well, the quotient is the one that I expected was more or less 1.0. They played on 1.3, so I set them to 1.3, whereby the tool is already doing this adjustment by itself, by the results. So, but you can still say there's some space. They are 1.045, so just slightly above average, and you can say 120 if you think this is the proper evaluation, because this is what they played at, the level they played at, more or less. But here we see that we would be well advised, because market simply says they are a lot better. So I could do this for the demonstration purposes, but I would not wish to exaggerate, because Tool is doing a pretty good job for maybe 1.13. That's the maximum that I would adjust. But market is doing a proper job in general, right, on these. But just to show you that we have an impact here, 189, now it's 182, because I made them a bit better. Still, the tool would give Alaves a fair chance. They are minus 4.54, they are plus 7.13, this we saw already. They are very, very blue. Blue is good, red is bad. But in most recent games, this is the last 8, they have 4 blue ones, 3 red ones, so it means they improved, whereby Betis have 5 blue ones and 2 red ones, so in the last 8 they did not perform so well, while they improved. This, of course, we can see here as well. They drew 2, and they lost 2, and then they drew, drew, but they lost by a narrow margin, maybe sometimes against better side. They drew with Sevilla, okay, Alaves, Real Sociedad, which is good, Athletic Club. Anyway, so this doesn't fully convince me here, but they didn't win one game in the last 3. So we could, with some reason, say maybe give them a chance. If you want to check a bit better, then we can compare these values here, 256, 208, 206, 280 shots. Not so good for Alaves, 89, 74, 63, 90, not so good. Then what I look at is the pass statistics. Good for Betis, not so good. Accurate passes, Betis, well, they are always better, right, in all these values. And attacks, dangerous attacks, yeah, of course, they are in all those values, they are better. Still, I mean, we also have some space in the evaluation of Alaves, but as we saw, they slightly improved. And the 16 goals they scored, 30 they conceded. You compare those here. You can compare this here. They scored 4 too few and conceded 2 too many, which is bad, but it didn't happen recently. So I would stick to the one going with Betis, but just obviously, yeah, we may have to reconsider, right? 266 is a very, very good price that I can't go by anyway. If you want to compile this yourself, you can once again go on the double chance, that you can see here. We can guess that it should be indicated, but we look at the price that the computer is compiling for the X2, that's 222, and we get it 255 or 260. What was the price? 266 even. So we see that that's a very huge indication still, right? Which means, I go back to the 1x2 market here, which means we cannot argue too much about this one, right? In the Cadiz Espanyol, That would be once again maybe a draw indication, whereby Cadiz are not so reliably playing draws. They are no good. Very simple as that. They are bottom of the table, and they are the worst. Still, we could maybe Espanyol also promoted and didn't play so well recently. I would guess. We can check this here. Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. Well, they are playing very regular. Loss, loss, draw, draw, loss, 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 win. Yeah, well, no draws at all. Here 5 and 8. Cadiz still with 8, quite a few. 13 and 40 is close to 3. I mean, we would have a very, very marginal bet on the draw here, which, I mean, also does it Cadiz really help? That's also, but they wouldn't mind winning a point, as filled in Germany. Barcelona against Rayo, we have no comparison here. Maybe the game is off, yeah, it is, which means we are not gonna look at this one. Celta against Osasuna, that's incredibly huge, the price on Celta, but I think they are no good at home. And 2-2-6, you see that here, they are 4-2-3 on the road. So this is very, very contradictory. Also with market, in that case, 190. I can't believe that, why they would go 190, because Osasuna are simply going well. But they do not care so much for home and away. But the 196 is a price we can't go by at all. I could do plenty of adjustments, because we could see here, if we toggle the columns, there you have the home factor. And the home factor would tell us here for Osasuna, they are, well, still home is slightly better than away, but compared to the others, this is nothing. And who are they playing once again? Celta Vigo, they are actually quite a regular home side still. I mean, below the average, but yeah, well, and it's also a matter of where are Osasuna, in fact, in the ranking. But when did I compile the price? This was right now. Well, 271 sounds like too much. This I would admit, but the market is still simply too low. I would also confirm. And what I want to check is the table itself, because here Osasuna are still higher. We can show all the teams. We see that, okay, those are the stats here, 207, 198, they are okay. They are also okay, but Osasuna are in fact even the better side here, at first sight. I mean, we can't go by this one. All I'm arguing about is why is the computer so high and market so low? This just doesn't make too much sense to me. Sometimes it may be team news, we can check out later. In the Valencia Sevilla, computer might even go with Sevilla. We can check that. Well, I don't want so much to go against Valencia, but if there is an indication, then in fact we won't see much wrong with Sevilla, I'm sure. 889, 44 points, very good. They are also good, that's my problem, 236, but recent shape, that can't be bad. 5 wins in 6, they lost the last 2. I saw the one at Real Madrid, lost to Espanyol, but before that they had been okay with 3 wins. Still, that indication is too obvious, we have to go with Sevilla. Getafe against Granada, check out this one. Mallorca is first. Okay, I stick to my order here. I don't want to really... Oh, this one is off. Okay, it's off. Mallorca postponed. Yeah, we see that. So we go with Getafe 222. It's slightly above, but I don't really want that. Granada impressed me in their draw. They even should have won. They didn't lose 1 in the last 7. They lost the last one, whereby before that they didn't have a loss in 6. So we would also have some reason 4-4, but they are hard to beat on the road with a 1-6-3 record. I mean, I don't need to bet if it's 222 and I have a 216. So I do not. Well, in fact, I mean, you know, as soon as there is an edge, we should check it here, and I can't see much wrong with it either, right? Espanyol, Betis, oh no, Atletico, no, that one is off. So that's it for now. And that's it for this league. We could, of course, check other markets, but this I would hope you do yourself. So check out this tool. Go ahead and get your copy of it, your access to it, and you will start to like it. It's doing a very, very good job. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.